Good morning, guys. It is Jonathan. My chest looks good today. With one big impact, you need to calm down. That's like the only. Oh, yeah, girl. Yeah. It is Jonathan with One Big Impact. Okay, so first of all, today's video is literally talking about food and weight loss. Okay, I'll be completely honest. When I started this journey, the one thing I knew about was low carb, and it worked really well for me. And I'm not going to say that low carb does not work, because it does. But what I want people to remember is that it's not the only thing that works. The biggest factor with losing weight is, well, there's three big factors. First of all, a caloric deficit. Second of all, self-discipline. And third of all is consistency. Without these three things all in play and at the same time, you're not going to get the results that you're desiring. If you're trying to drop 5 pounds, but you are eating exactly the calories that you're supposed to be eating every single day to be able to maintain your body style, it's kind of a no-brainer when somebody else says it, but you're not going to lose weight, and that's just the way it goes. So that being said, obviously we know we have to work on the self-discipline and the consistency, but in addition to that, you have to understand who you are as a person. So having your protein intakes, if you're wanting to hold on to lean muscle mass while dieting, is absolutely crucial. But there are other factors that you have to take into consideration. Your protein intake really is the only thing that you're actually really needing, okay? So you could probably get away with, eating 20 to 30% junk. The problem is that it's not necessarily the junk that sets you off, or, the fact that you're eating sugar or cupcakes or anything like that, because if you've ever noticed, you see thin people or different types of people eat whatever, and you're like, wow, why do they not gain weight? That goes back to understanding more about yourself, who you are as a person. So for me, it's not the single cupcake that causes the problem. It's just like if somebody says, hey Jonathan, do you want to drink a beer? And I'm like, how many do you have? You know what I mean? Like, because I go to the extreme with things, and it is definitely not a positive thing to say, yes, I can have a cupcake, where's the other 10? You know what I mean? Like, so it's very important to understand who you are as a person. If you break the seal on that one beer, are you going to stop there, or are you going to just drink, and drink? And then are you going to eat really poorly afterwards? It's the same thing with a cupcake or a candy bar. Is that going to trigger you to be able to eat more and eat other things? Obviously, as you become closer to your goals and stuff like that, if you're still sneaking stuff like that in and you're finding it hard to, whether it is get through your gym sessions or your energy is bogged down, you're probably like micronutrient deficient, whether it's potassium, it could be, vitamin K, it could be all kinds of things. You know what I mean? Like, it really could be that you're not eating enough vegetables. So although it could work for an approach, if you're somebody that has an extra 100 pounds on you, chances are you're probably overindulging, and you would probably want to limit those foods to a very absolute minimum, if not completely exclude them on something like keto or Atkins, because a lot of the times that is the problem. Also, a lot of the times I see people that try to get really inventive with those things, as far as making sure that they can find something new that fits what there goes my clients right there. You're going to see this in the video, Ashley, Nikki, and Bryant. But trying to do keto desserts or whatever, and it really just becomes a slippery slope. I'm not saying that people can't do it, because I see people all the time. We have people in the group. By the way, if you're new here, check us out on Facebook. Our group is called Healthy Living for Healthy Life. We have tons of people out there that are able to do all kinds of different things with their body and self-discipline and everything like that. But you really do have to know yourself. For me, if I eat a donut, I'll be completely honest, that's going to trigger me to eat something else. Now, what I've been doing with myself is currently, like, I'm eating ground turkey, but I'm also eating like vegetables, and I'm working on cutting some weight. So what I've done to that is I've added a very low carbohydrate Olay tortilla wrap, which is basically like 50 calories, and it's really super high in fiber. It's got some carbs in it, but it offsets it big time with the fiber. Not that that really matters, because I'm not like Atkins currently at the moment. I am very low carbohydrate. If you counted the net carbs, it's probably like 15 or 20, but I'm extremely high fiber. So understanding that I can put in things like that to make it feel like I'm eating a burrito. And then I added something cool yesterday that I'm really excited about to eat today. It's like this, I think it's called Good Times or something like that. It's this barbacoa, basically that same barbacoa that comes in the Chipotle like bowl or whatever, and I'm putting that in a wrap and stuff like that, so it's gonna feel really good. So the idea here is you have to find out what works for you and really be honest with yourself. If I do these things, is that really going to work? If I do these things, so for me, for instance, just as an example, I have my protein. My body weight's about 245 right now, and my protein is about 250 to 275 per day. So it really doesn't leave a huge room for, like, if I were to eat like 1 or 2 candy bars, it would be my protein and 1 or 2 candy bars. I'll be completely honest, I'm not willing to give up like 3 tortilla wraps and you know, like a thing of barbacoa and you know, 3 cups of veggies for 2 candy bars, because I know myself. Like, I know that the volume's not there, and I'm going to be hungry again, like really fast, and it's going to be a cycle for disaster for myself. That doesn't mean it has to be like that for you, but you really do have to understand yourself. Maybe you can fit a Twinkie in. I know this is probably the worst thing that you ever heard me say, but maybe that's your type of person. Maybe that's what works for you, but maybe and probably not. Unless you're the type of person that has so much strict self-discipline, then you probably aren't actually the person that needs to lose weight. You would probably be like a bodybuilder ready to compete on stage or something like that. And then those macros may work for you. But if you're a person that actually has had any kind of significant weight problems, or you've been overweight or anything like that, then you probably have found yourself in a position to where those type of things, eating those sweets or those treats, is just definitely not something that you're going to be able to get away with and still be able to adhere to, you know, losing weight on a regular basis. Because for me, if I don't focus on, you know, 99.9%, I don't even give myself strawberries. I ate some strawberries the other day, and I'll be completely honest, it felt like a cheat. I did strawberries and whipped cream, and I'll be honest with you, and it felt really good, and it kind of reset me on my food and stuff like that, and kind of, but I didn't fall apart. I didn't go crazy. I didn't eat ice cream and all kinds of things. And I'm just being honest with you, like, it is a everyday battle. So where I'm at in my journey right now is finding out what is absolutely 100% sustainable for me. So yes, Atkins works, but my goals have changed. My goals are not specifically weight loss. My goals are not specifically bodybuilding. My goals are not specifically strength. It's a real good mix of all of those things. So I'm finding out with the energy balance and working on losing weight and stuff like that, what works absolutely best for me. But I think above all and beyond everything else, the most important thing that you need to remember is the caloric deficit, the consistency, and the self-discipline. If you have a caloric balance of 1,800 to lose weight, and you find yourself hitting, 1,900, you're not going to lose weight. I don't give a shit who you are, what you think, or what you say. And you have to be every single day. It's not like 3 days a week I'm doing this, 2 days a week I'm doing that. Get consistent, 7 days a week. If you're not dropping a half a pound or 2 pounds a week, you're not doing something right, and you're obviously lying to yourself. I don't give a shit what you say. It doesn't matter. And you know, if what you're doing is not working, then fix it. If what you're doing is working, then don't fix it. If that makes sense. So just be honest with yourself. The biggest key here is to find what works for you. If it's like, I need this ketogenic cheesecake to be able to stay on track, and I need it every day, but I also get my protein, and I'm also getting my fats, and I'm also getting my minimal carbohydrates through my diet, and I'm also in a caloric deficit. If that's what helps you, and you have a cheesecake before you go to bed every day, you know, one little slice or whatever with some like sugar-free drizzle on it, chocolate drizzle or something, and a couple of strawberries or something like that, if that's something that works for you, then you do that. Because this is your life. You want to make sure that you're not constantly feeling like you're being deprived or anything like that, but also putting yourself in check. You have to say, I want to eat that last little thing last night. I did it last night. I wanted to eat barbacoa. And what did I do? Do it. And I did not wake up leaner today. So you pay the price. It has nothing to do with anybody else. It's not anybody else's fault. We have to take the responsibility for our actions, and we really have to focus on our consistency, our caloric deficits, and also moving more. So you can do that. And as you drop your calories down, people will say, I'm starving. So what? Fuck it. Push through 3 days and you'll be fine. Your stomach will shrink. So that being said, have a beautiful day, guys. Keep up the good work. If you are new here, please like, share, comment, and subscribe to our channel. If you're looking for anything like pre-workout or fish oil or like vitamins or protein powder or branched chain amino acids, I'm actually doing an affiliate thing with Redcon One supplements. So, and don't take that the wrong way, I'm not saying there's a magic pill, but there are a few supplements that you guys know I've always believed in, like creatine and different things like that, to definitely help you along the way. But if your food's not in check, fuck it, it's not going to work for you. So don't even waste your freaking time. But that being said, have a beautiful day. Do your best. Keep up the good work. Be stronger than your excuses. Remember to spread love, not hate. Drink your damn water. Stay the fuck on track. And thank you so much for all the support. Goodbye. Oh, also, I would like to say a little caveat before I forget, and I have to add this at the end. If you are a bigger person, like an endomorphic body style, or just really super out of shape, you're not going to require as many carbohydrates. Your fat stores will definitely be able to fuel all of your energy needs. So lowering your carbohydrates is going to be perfectly fine. So don't get stuck in the concept of thinking that you need high carbohydrates to be able to work out or anything like that, because you just simply don't.